Even the jaded world of popular culture takes notice of miraculous events. And I'd like to remind you of this one. And here's a wish that New Year's 2026 is the best one for you and yours. This week's episode starts the 2026 season of Constant Procession podcasts, always available at nicosteves.com. I've been remembering Joseph and Lauren Wells and what they experienced after a change in plans. It's what the Wells believed to be miraculous. In addition to their story, I have links to an interview from another high-profile, real experience that comes to mind from back in May of 2022. The link is to an interview with Darren Harrison, who never flew a plane before and safely landed one after the pilot fell unconscious. Darren said the hand of God was with him. Besides this interview, there's an interview with one of the air traffic people who helped talk him down to a safe landing. So buckle up your seatbelt, because here we go. This is a real event that took place December 19th, 2021. I will quote from the article by Henry Hollis in the December 30th AJC.com. A married couple, Joe and Lauren Wells, began an outing and started driving their 4 children to the movies. Lauren, a registered nurse at the time, was 9 months pregnant. As they drove along, she and husband Joe, a corporal with the Chattahoochee Hills Georgia Police Department, were driving towards the theater, but they rethought this plan and instead, at the last minute, decided that a better time would be had if they drove instead to a friend's home. Well, the area where they were driving is quite pastoral. The drive took them, as the saying goes, down Old Pa's Road. To quote Joe, it's almost like the butterfly effect. You just had one thing change, and then the domino effect happened from there. Unquote. This causes me to pause in the story. My friends, has something like an unknown reason ever changed your plans? The result in retrospect being something beyond your imagination? Of course, I'm guessing the effect is nothing like the results that these 2 heroes found themselves involved with, because what next occurred through the article by Henry Hollis is mentioned as a quote from Joe. God set this up, unquote. And so Joe and Lauren's change in plans to now go to their friend's home instead of the movies found them driving down a road they described as, quote, between 2 cow pastures, unquote. This is when the unexpected happened. They came upon a truck just stopped ahead of them. I'm guessing here, but it makes sense to me that Joe's policeman mindset kicked in and he asked his wife to try to get the driver's attention and see if he needed help. The lack of response raised their concern. They stopped and Joe found the driver passed out. He ran over to the passenger side, found the woman inside the truck in similar condition. Lauren called 911 and though 9 months pregnant, armed with her medical experience, began to perform CPR on the woman while husband Joe, a trained police officer, performed CPR on the man. They were alone with these 2 folks for almost 10 minutes, and back inside their vehicle were their 4 children. Can you imagine how these children must have felt? Fortunately, an ambulance arrived and took over from there. Joe's initial observations made him suspect the couple had little chance for survival. But to everyone's relief, the couple in the truck both survived. Again, I quote from the AJC article. Joe found this outcome miraculous. Quote, "We had no business being there. We didn't plan on going that way. God set this up pretty much on how he wanted the plan to work out." Unquote. And from the public relations released by his superiors, they credited their corporal's courage, leadership, and duty, and added how thankful and proud Chattahoochee Hills Georgia is of Joe and his wife Lauren. The news article also mentioned Lauren had the new baby 10 days later, December 29th, and again quoted Joe telling the reporter Lauren and the new baby were, quote, doing great, unquote. For the press release and the full story by reporter Henry Hollis in AJC.com, I'm linking to these sources on my website. May God bless you all this new year.
Well, this is Nico Steves. I hope you enjoyed this installment.
My book, The Very Fine Light, can be found using the title, The Very Fine Light, on Amazon.com.
Please feel free to contact me at nicosteves.com. That's Nikos Steves, Steves.com. If you liked this episode, and for more, share them with friends. Well, this is Nico Steves. Thank you. See you next time.